Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be about a 15-minute gentle practice to open up, find some release through the front body. We spend so much time leaning forward, hunching forward at our desks, our computers, leaning forward as we drive in our cars, looking forward, always going forward. So sometimes we can get this contraction through the front body. So we'll just do a few little techniques here, few little postures to help open up this front body, find a little bit of release there. So bring yourself down onto your back. We'll start with just a little mini Savasana. You can come onto your back. You can extend the legs out, or if you prefer, bend your knees and bring your feet to the mat. Just take a moment here to pause before we start to move. Just let everything relax. Let gravity have you. Allow yourself to feel supported by the earth beneath you, your mat, your floor. Let go. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through your practice, and also to bring this intention out into the world with you at the end of your practice, if you so choose. Relax your feet, your legs, your hips, your pelvis. Relax your buttocks, your belly. Relax your low back, mid back, upper back. Relax your rib cage, chest, collarbones, shoulders, arms. Relax your hands and your fingers and your fingertips. Relax your neck and your throat, your jaw. Relax your tongue, your face, your eyes, your eyebrows. Relax your cheekbones and temples, forehead and scalp. Relax through the crown of your head. Whole body's relaxed. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Send yourself some love. And then release your hands. If your legs are extended down the mat, walk your feet in. Bring your feet down to the mat. Knees facing up towards the ceiling. Now we'll bring the arms down alongside your body. Palms facing down. Press down into your feet, down into the arms. Begin to peel your hips up off the floor and lift your hips up just a little bit. So we're coming into a half bridge pose here. So your hips are lined up with the knees, and then hips lined up with the shoulders. If you think about a line from shoulders all the way to the hips, all the way to the knees. And then slowly lower your hips down to the mat. And then one more time, we'll take it up into that half bridge, pressing down into your feet, lifting your hips up. But not too much, just a little bit, finding that line again from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. And then slowly you lower your hips back down to the mat. Now we'll begin to bring it into a few bridge lifts. And still taking it nice and easy here. We'll get the arms involved now. So as you begin to press down into your feet and lift your hips up, also begin to lift up your arms. Bring the arms up along the ears. So you lift your hips a little bit higher than you did before in the half bridge. Keep pressing down into the feet, drawing the knees and thighs in towards each other so you're not letting those knees splay outward. Lifting up through the hips, up through the heart. And then slowly lowering the hips back down to the mat, bringing the arms back down alongside the body. We'll do that a few more times. You find your pace. You can link this to your breath if you like. Inhale as you press down into the feet, lift the hips, lift the heart, lift the arms. And then as you exhale, you slowly release back down. And then let's do that a couple more times. Inhaling, you find that bridge lift, arms lift, hips lift, press down into the feet. And then with the exhale, you bring it back down. Let's do it once more. Back up into that bridge lift. And then again, arms come down. Hips lower, back down. Bend the knees, draw the knees into the chest. And now roll yourself over to one side and use your hands to press yourself up. We'll come on to the knees. If you'd like, you can put a blanket underneath your knees to give yourself a little more cush, blanket or two. You could also roll your mat over to give yourself a little extra padding. Take your block now and tuck it right in between the thighs. So you hug that block in between the legs, and that will begin to activate through the pelvic floor and also draw the belly in and up. Take your hands up overhead, fingers together, and then bend the elbows, draw the hands back behind the head. Lift the elbows up, keep hugging that block in between the legs, and begin to lift up through the heart. You can lean the head back a little bit. And then hug in through the block. Bring your hands down to your heart. And now we'll take the hands around behind you. You can take your fingers to the low back or down towards the sacrum. Point your fingers up, or if it's easier for you, feels better, you can turn the fingers down or even out to the sides. Hug the elbows in and keep hugging that block in between the legs. Lift up through the crown of your head and begin to slowly lift the heart. Lift the gaze. You can keep your head looking forward, gaze looking forward, or if it feels okay for the neck, you can lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Hug that block in. Bring yourself back to center. Let's take the palms together at the heart. And let's do it again. Hands come around behind you. Fingers pointing up, down, or out to the sides. Hands to sacrum, low back. Elbows hug in. Draw in through the inner legs. Lift up through the belly. Lift up through the crown of the head. Lift up through the heart. And then you begin to lean yourself back just a little bit. Whatever feels okay for you. And then hug the block in between the legs. Lift yourself back up. Now release the block from in between your legs. We'll come down onto our belly. Bring it into a Sphinx pose here. Forearms down to the mat, shoulders lined up over your elbows, spread your fingers, root down into the tops of the feet, down into your pubic bone. Claw the mat with your finger pads. We'll get active and begin to draw the heart forward through the arms. Lift the gaze a little bit. Feel the arms pulling back, heart pulling forward. Feel the back body turn on. And then release that. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We'll take it into a baby cobra now. Root down into your fingers, down through your feet again, and begin to lift your heart up. And then release that down. Again, root down into your fingers, into the tops of the feet. Draw the heart forward. You stay here just like this in your baby cobra, or press down into the hands and begin to lift your heart a little bit higher to whatever degree feels okay for you. Taking stock of what's happening in the low back. If you feel too much compression in the low back, you lower yourself down a little bit. You can have the arms straight, or you can have a bend in the elbows. Lower it back down. Again, press into the fingers, into the tops of the feet, lift the heart. You stay here at your baby cobra, or press into your hands and lift your heart up a little bit higher. And release it back down. One more time. Hug the elbows in towards the rib cage. Root into your fingers, into your feet. Lift your heart up. Baby cobra, or you press into the hands and lift the heart higher. Lower yourself down. Bring the forearms to the top of your mat. Make a little pillow for yourself. And release your forehead down to your arms, or you could turn to one cheek. Lift up your feet and your shins and begin to gently wave your legs from side to side. Bring your legs back to center. Release the feet down to the mat, hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up. Let's bring it into a child's pose. Now you can either bring these together, or you could have your knees wide towards the outer edges of your mat. Bring your bum back to your heels. Walk the hands forward and lower your forehead down to the mat, to a block, to a blanket. Make a little pillow with the arms again. If you like, you can rock your hips side to side. And then slowly bring yourself back up and into a comfortable seat. Palms together at your heart. May you feel safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion. May you know joy. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.